Okay, we're recording. You may start.
Wonderful. So this is the January 4th, 2021 meeting of the Ashburnham Website Review Committee at 5:35. We'll start the meeting. So excellent. I don't think we have minutes yet. I think that's one thing that I was afraid that I didn't pass them along, but I don't think I got them yet. And I think Mary Beth may have had a question for me on those. So no minutes yet. Let me back up here to pull up the rest of our agenda for the night. So the only other, as far as from my side, the only thing that I've gotten as far as an update is I've had some back and forth with Kirby Lacey regarding the AgCom, but I haven't heard from anybody else, and I don't expect to at this point. I think I put out a few other feelers that I don't think I'll get any answer back. So still waiting on Kirby. Maybe I'll give her a quick little buzz after this. Anybody else get anything else come in?
Nope, I'm still waiting from planning board.
Okay.
They haven't done anything yet.
I need to get Glenn Hathaway's telephone number so I can contact him.
You're talking about Board of Health. I know Glenn
Yeah.
is the chair, but
Yeah,
Rick Metcalf would be better person probably to reach out to.
oh, perfect. Hold on a second. Let me write down his name.
I'll send you an email.
Oh, excellent. Thanks, Donna. I want to get the skinny on it anyway, so maybe the chair isn't the right person to talk to.
I can give you both.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Great. So we were kind of planning on talking about prepping for an update with the Board of Selectmen, but since either they forgot about us or was expecting me to reach out to them, which I hadn't planned on doing. I thought I was on, like I said earlier. So I'll reach out. I reached out to Mary this afternoon. So I'll just kind of circle back with her and just make sure that we get on there for 2 weeks from now will be their next meeting, just to give them an update as to where we are. I think TJ was going to start drafting something, with Christmas craziness. Honestly, I didn't have any time to think about it. So, I wasn't expecting to hear from anybody over the end of year break. I keep calling it a break. Sorry if you didn't have a break, but this is one of the few times where I actually shut down. So, so I think that we should just kind of move ahead with starting to frame up what we're going to give for a deliverable. And I think what I've talked about in the past, and I think we're all in agreement. And if someone else has a different idea, please speak up, but kind of just lay out a two-phased approach where phase one is going to be the cheap and easy updates, which is just basically just page updates and things like that. Just the simple stuff, just kind of getting us current with not necessarily content, Donna, but with what people want shown. And then once we build the structure, they're going to have to provide the content, but they know it's coming because they all told us they wanted it. So hopefully that will go fairly easy. And then phase two will be, I reread what they were looking for. And so they really do want a portal recommendation with something where people can, go and kind of do a self-service thing and have tickets. It sounded to me like you're going to have tickets and issue tracking and permit, availability and things like that, but that's definitely going to be with additional cost. And I know we have a special town meeting coming up, but I haven't educated myself yet to see what we're talking about or where we are with free cash or budget, town-wide. So, but anything of that nature is obviously going to come as a phase two if they want to do some things in the short term. So, that's kind of
definitely, John. They're talking about getting a permit program. They've been talking about it for a few years. Mm-hmm. So whether it comes to fruition or not, I have no idea, because it's all about the money flow.
Right. Yeah. Right. And I don't know, Donna, I'm sure you hear a lot more than any of the rest of us. So, well, maybe except for Mary Beth, but, I don't know where we are financially, because I kind of tuned out. So I know that Brian had a plan to kind of get us back on track with some of our,
Goals.
some of our reserves and things like that.
Mhm.
And last I heard, free cash hadn't been certified yet. So usually that means that everything's tight until the free cash number comes out. So
I know they're talking, I think they're talking about a meeting coming up in January, maybe, town meeting.
yeah, I was looking at the BOS agenda for tonight and pull it up right now. Not sure if any of this really is going to impact us too much, but yeah, they're looking at special town meeting Tuesday, January 26th. So that's going to be interesting, and I wonder how COVID's going to play into that and how that's going to roll. But I don't know, we'll find out. So I guess with that, TJ, I know you got us on in the background, but I don't know if you had any time to think about it. And like I said, I wasn't really expecting you to, because I know what Christmas is like, especially as the kids are younger. So
yeah, a little. I wouldn't call it, ready for prime time or to show off or anything, but a little. It's the kind of thing I can send around just for review and say, hey, what do you guys think so far? But it's not something I would want to send to the board yet.
Oh yeah, that'd be great if you could.
Yeah, I can do that.
Fantastic. All right. Cool. So I think as far as town input, I think we're just about done. Dawn and Michael, you were going to just check with Board of Health. I'm just going to follow up with AgCom. And unless anybody, and then we have planning. I really would like to hear from planning. Donna Burton, if you want, I can
I'll get on Roger again.
All right, or I can too, just so he's getting it from two different directions. Maybe it'll ratchet it up his priority a little bit. I don't know. I don't have any clout, but just hearing it from two people.
I don't know why he's got to put it to a discussion for the whole board, but
I mean, this is, I don't know. I don't know. To me, this is the kind of thing where, we could just, geez, I wouldn't mind just emailing the board individual, just send an email out with the distribution list and say, please, everyone, just respond individually to me with your thoughts and ideas.
Yeah.
Doesn't really have to be that complicated.
Yeah, but Roger, everything is complicated.
He's thorough, that's good.
Yeah, he is. He's super thorough.
Yeah. I'll shoot him a quick message after this and just check in with him and just see if he still wants to. I mean, again, with this phase one stuff, I'm calling it, we can really address it anytime. So it's just, I'd like to do it all at once, get all of our updates so that when people see it, they can see the first step and it's all uniform and it's done the same way. So rather than little bits and pieces and stuff dribs and drabs over time doesn't look like we tried if that's how it goes.
We're going to still do a survey out to the people, or? I know we were discussing.
Yeah, we were talking about that. What does everyone think about that? I think it would be a good idea just to do it one more time, because we never located the survey that was done the first time. Maybe we even talked about the fact that there wasn't one.
Well, we'd have to post questions.
Yeah, it would have to be something kind of specific, similar to what, go ahead, TJ.
Especially if there's a town meeting coming up, that would be a great chance to announce it, ask people to submit, and it'd be fine for us to recommend questions for that.
Yes. Oh, I like this idea.
What about bringing it, suggesting it, some feedback at town meeting, like a 10-minute, here are some things we're thinking about, what do you think, and actually capture it at town meeting, even in a Zoom meeting, because we can record it. So what if we use town meeting as also an opportunity to capture public opinion, public thoughts?
Can't do that.
Oh, pooh. Okay, never mind.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I was just thinking that same thing. I was thinking, we've never done that before, and I didn't know whether. I know that we could
like
solicit.
Advertising. I mean, we could probably do a handout, a survey handout, but we can't do an open type meeting at the town meeting for that
Right,
information.
that's right, yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know that we want to print something because then we get printing costs.
Right.
Well, if it's a 1-pager or 2-pager, it's not that bad. We could do it right at town hall.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, but
Is
what's the possibility that town meeting
75
is going to be, what's the possibility town meeting is going to be in person on the 27th
26.
and 26th?
Yeah. Don, have you heard anything about whether it's, I mean, it's scheduled for Oakmont, but does that mean that it's in person or it's going to be just select board and advisory?
right now, the way they're talking, it could possibly go virtual, but right now they're planning on doing it at the school.
Okay.
With the distance things like they did before for town meeting.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe I don't, like I said, I don't know what the warrant articles are going to be. So I don't know what kind of handouts there's going to be. I'm just
Yeah.
wondering if we could get in on one of the, if there's going to be an informational handout, if we could get some information on like the backside of one of the pieces of paper or something, if we're already printing stuff. Maybe that's, maybe I can ask Brian real quick what he's got going on there.
Either Brian or reach out to Mary.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to put that on my to-do.
But then we'd still have to come on up with questions to ask the public.
Right. Do we have, I thought we talked about this already about questions to ask the public, and
I never saw the original questionnaire that went out, so
you didn't?
no.
Oh, geez. All right. I will, oh, Mary Beth can't make it. Okay. I will send you that, Donna, as soon as we're done here.
Not a problem. It's been this long. I haven't. Couple more hours ain't gonna matter, right?
Yeah, well, you know how things go in my head. So if we don't do it now, that's gonna be it. All right. Okay, so so it sounds like I like the idea of asking the people in town what they'd like to see, and at least find out and do a poll of some sort. We could come up with a short list, kind of based on what we sent out the first time, with some changes. Something, maybe a few things more specific that's public focused. If anybody has any feelings one way or the other, or has any specific, we can talk about them now, or if somebody has some questions that we think of, maybe we should all just kind of review the questions and just make sure we like what we're asking and soliciting the information that we would like to get. Let's build that list, and we can put them on the Google Drive if that works for everybody. And then, regardless of whether we can get something in people's hands for town meeting or not, let's put out a survey around that time.
We were also looking for access to the town's, I think it's a Typeform account was the service they were using.
Oh yeah.
Never heard of it. That must have been something that Heather had only.
I feel like I asked that question and was told we don't have the info, but I'll ask it again.
Yeah, I think that's something that Heather B might have had.
Yeah, I think so.
Her name or something,
Yeah.
because I never heard of that.
So that sounds good. I guess we don't need to take a vote on doing the survey. Let's pull a list together, and then we can vote that we want to or don't want to do a survey. But let's move in that direction unless somebody feels strongly to the contrary. And I'll do those things. We'll see if we can get on a handout at town meeting. Don, I'm going to send you the questions. I'm going to ask Mary about the type form account one more time. And then we'll create a list of questions that we want to put on our survey. And then at next week, we can just bless it and vote it and do it.
Okay.
All right.
And who's sending minutes?
I'm going to do the minutes for tonight. Mary Beth owes us a few, I think or at least owes us one from last time. All right. Does anybody else have anything else we should discuss tonight?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Excellent.
No, I'm good.
All right. Wonderful. TJ, one last chance to yell if you've got a free hand.
All set, thanks.
All right. Great. Then I don't think we ever moved to approve the agenda. I guess we missed our opportunity there. So let's I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
I second.
All right. All in favor? Aye.
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 Motion carries. Have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Thanks.
guys.
Oh, what time next week?
Can we do 6 o'clock next week?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll let you know if it's a conflict.
Okay. No, Donna, you let them know that it's a conflict.
Right, because we're already posted. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Donna, good night. Thank you.
Night.
Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
Thanks, you too. 5:52 on that, we'll call it. 5:52. Wonderful.